What if I told you that your entire financial life, your stress, your confidence, your opportunities, and even the way people treat you, can change because of just $4? Not $400, not $4,000, just $4. The price of a coffee. A small subscription. Something you forget within seconds. But here's the truth no one talks about. Money systems don't understand small mistakes. They only understand rules. And when those rules are broken, there are no warnings. Only consequences. And they come fast. One morning you open your banking app like you always do. Everything feels normal at first, but then you see it, a negative balance, minus $4. At first, you don't even react. It feels like nothing. Maybe a mistake. Maybe a delay. You tell yourself you will fix it later. But the system doesn't wait. Because the moment your account goes negative, an automatic rule triggers. An overdraft penalty. $35. Just like that, your $4 mistake becomes $39. Now you stare at the screen, not angry yet, just confused, because it feels unfair. Like the punishment is bigger than the mistake. But before you even process that thought, another notification appears. A subscription you forgot about. Another deduction. Another $35 gone. And now something changes. It is no longer a small mistake. It becomes a chain reaction. You try to fix it. You call support. You wait on hold. You listen to the same music repeating again and again. Finally, someone answers. You explain everything carefully. You say it was just a small issue, just a mistake. But the response is calm, scripted, and emotionless. Fees cannot be reversed at this time. Click. The call ends. No explanation. No flexibility. Just rules. And in that moment, you realize something important. This was never about $4. It was about how fast the system reacts when you fall below a certain point. The next day does not improve things. In fact, it gets worse. Your rent payment fails. A late fee is added. Your phone bill bounces. Another penalty appears. Everything starts connecting. One small problem becomes 5 problems. 5 becomes 10. And now it doesn't feel like money anymore. It feels like pressure. Constant pressure. Silent pressure. That follows you everywhere. But here's the strange part. On the outside, nothing looks different. You still go to work. You still sit in meetings. You still talk normally. And when someone asks how you are, you still say, "I'm fine." But you are not fine. Because now even basic things change. You start skipping meals, not because you want to, but because you have to. You avoid conversations. You avoid plans. You avoid anything that requires explaining your situation. And slowly, without anyone noticing, your entire life starts adjusting around a number on a screen. Eventually, you decide to go to the bank, in person. You think maybe a real conversation will help. Maybe a human explanation will fix what the app couldn't. You walk inside. Everything looks normal. People are smiling. Talking. Living their lives. You wait your turn. And when your moment comes, something subtle happens. The teller looks at the screen before she looks at you. Not with anger. Not with judgment. Just with information. In that moment, you are not really a person to the system. You are a status, a record, a category. The conversation is short, efficient, almost mechanical. No warmth, no connection. Just done, next. And life continues like nothing happened. But something inside you changes. Because you realize something uncomfortable. You are being treated differently without anyone actually doing anything wrong. Now imagine something changes. You start fixing things. You take extra work. You reduce spending. You become more aware of every small decision. And slowly, your account starts to recover. And something interesting happens. The system reacts. Penalties stop. Messages become less harsh. And then one day, something new appears. Pre-approved credit offer. Same bank. Same system. Completely different response. Not because you changed who you are, but because your numbers changed. Over time, things feel easier. Not perfect, but easier. Problems that once felt heavy now get solved faster. Responses come quicker. Small issues don't feel like disasters anymore. And then you receive a call. Not customer support. Not an automated system. A real person. They know your name correctly. They speak politely. They ask about your goals. They offer help before you even ask. And you realize something quietly powerful. Nobody became kinder. You simply became less risky to the system. And this is the truth most people never notice. At the bottom of the system, you are a risk. In the middle, you are a customer. At the top, you are value. The rules never changed. The system never changed. Only your position inside it changed. Because in this system, you are never judged by who you are. Only by what your numbers say you are.